So, hello everyone, this is Stefan, and yeah, this is gonna be a totally different type of video. It's this type of game that, or mod, that I haven't played in a long time. A walking simulator, basically. And this one is called Dear Esther, and this is the mod version I'm playing. And yes, I know there's a game version that came out like 4 years after its mod release. It's on Steam, and I have it, but I want to try the original version first since, well, I never played it before. Now this one's by the development team called the Chinese Room, and they're not only known for making this, but also the one lesser known amnesia game called Machine for Pigs, which is released after The Dark Descent. But it's still a amnesia game. But yeah, and also they did a spiritual successor to this one called I think it's called Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, which came out in 2015, something like that. And this one has just one chapter. It's gonna be interesting. And
Dear Esther,
the
gulls do not land here anymore. I've noticed that this year they seem to shun the place. Maybe it's the depletion of the fishing stock driving them away. Perhaps it's me. When he first landed here, Donnelly wrote that the herds were sickly and their shepherds the lowest of the miserable classes that populate these Hebridean islands. 300 years later, even they have departed.
This is very interesting. The flashlight just turned on by itself. So I'm just gonna keep walking. Now this looks nice though. I'll give you that for the materials.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later.
Oh yeah?
The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Whoa. Look at this. It's a marker. Interesting. Oh, it's a dead end. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to go up here. Okay. I guess. I don't know, I'm sort of aware of this game, or mod rather, through certain videos, but...
When you were born, your mother told me, a hush fell over the delivery room. A great red birthmark covered the left side of your face. No one knew what to say, so you cried to fill the vacuum. I always admired you for that you cried to fill whatever vacuum you found. I began to manufacture vacuums, just to enable you to deploy your talent. The birthmark faded by the time you were 6, and had gone completely by the time we met, but your fascination with the empty and its cure remained.
I had a birthday.
Reading Donnelly by the weak afternoon sunlight. He landed on the south side of the island, followed the path to the bay and climbed the mount. He did not find the caves, and he did not chart the north side. I think this is why his understanding of the island is flawed, incomplete. He stood on the mount and only wondered momentarily how to descend. But then, he didn't have my reasons.
Trying to say, oh, there's wind blowing. Nice. I was trying to say that I had a birthmark that I surgically removed because the one on my right shoulder is like sort of like close to me getting cancer at some point. And I removed it around early, like January 2015 or 2014-15, and I still carry that scar to this day. So you see a picture of it that I can take like right here. Yeah. I will bring it up again in a future video, like vlog, but yeah. And I'm stopping so that he doesn't like start narrating a piece of the book or whatever. So that I can speak my mind, essentially.
When someone had died or was dying,
See?
so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Just gonna stop right there. This looks nice, by the way. I can't zoom in or anything, and hey, there's a bird fly by. I can't turn on my flashlight. Oh, I can, okay. I could do it manually too. I get him. Now, this video is like out of my left field because it sort of acts as a breather for my the content that I'm doing. Because, well, if you see my post, then I missed out on last week's video. So this video is essentially the one for last week. But it's like one or two videos that are out this week by the time it releases. So next video after this will be a return to a mod that I've covered a few years ago. So that's that. I guess I'll take this path by the rocks. What it looks like. I think so. Unless I missed something, but whatever. Let people let me know in the comments if I miss anything. If that's the case, then I'll check it out in the game version, the Landmark edition. That's released alongside it. Oh, sorry. Can I go up here? Okay, I can jump a little bit. That's okay. Feels like I'm not supposed to go here, but oh well. It's here. I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I did the right thing, but I feel like I'm supposed to take this long path here, but we'll see. But I just want to explore this place, man. It looks nice for old source mod. And there's a visible wall. Okay, there's a visible wall. Alright, made it. Alright, I survived. Good. Good. I think this is the way, maybe. I hope I didn't go in circles. Otherwise it'll suck.
They were God-fearing people, those
Good.
Shrews. There was no love in the relationship.
It's the right way.
Donnelly tells me that they had one Bible that was passed around in strict rotation. It was stolen by a visiting monk in 1776, 2 years before the island was abandoned altogether. In the interim, I wonder, did they assign chapter and verse to the stones and grasses, marking the geography with a superimposed significance, that they could actually walk the Bible and inhabit its contradictions?
Interesting. I wonder what the full story is about, though. Like, the
Dear Esther,
whole thing.
I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage.
Paul.
My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason, or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Oh man. Oh, okay.
I would leave you presents outside your retreat in this interim space between cliff and beach. I would leave you loaves and fishes, but the fish stocks have been depleted and I'd run out of bread. I would row you back to your homeland in a bottomless boat.
What the fuck is
but
that?
I fear we would both be driven mad by the chatter of the sea creatures.
Oh. Interesting. That actually made me jump a little bit. God damn, actually it got me. The fuck? I love the music though. I wonder where I should go next. Do I swim or do I go back? I don't know. That was me fucking down. Music's nice. I'll give it that. It's very nice. I'm actually not saying much because I'm trying to figure out what to do next.
Here has fossilized from the
Oh.
roots up. To think they once grazed animals here, the remnants of occupation being evidence to that. It is all sick to death. The water is too polluted for the fish, the sky is too thin for the birds, and the soil is cut with the bones of hermits and shepherds. I've heard it said that human ashes make great fertilizer. That we could sow a forest from all that is left of your hips and ribcage, with enough left over to thicken the air and repopulate the bay.
Oh, I see. I guess I'll take this path now. I hope. I don't know. Because I think backtracker is the right thing to do, basically. Maybe, yeah. Interesting. Oh, here we go. Alright, we got the next one. Alright.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my ordnance survey maps,
There's a
I
radio
simply
tower.
cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome break services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been
There's a
unable
person.
to pull ashore.
I see a person. I think it's a woman I saw. I don't know. It just vanished. If I don't say much, then it's because I'm just enjoying this experience. This quiet experience. It's all silent. And beautiful too. I see you. Look. Stare straight into the screen. There's a person. I think it's a female.
When the oil lamps ran out, I didn't pick up a torch, but used the moonlight to read by. When I've pulled the last shreds of sense from it, I will throw Donnelly's book from the cliffs and perhaps myself with it. Maybe it will wash back up through the caves and erupt from the spring when the rain comes, making its return to the hermit's cave. Perhaps it will be back on the table when I wake. I think I may have thrown it into the sea several times before.
I'm also quiet, mostly because I've been out yesterday by the time of this recording. It was an unplanned visit to town, like to the pub. I met some friends that I haven't met in like a long time. And I slept a little, so I'm a little bit tired. But yeah. I was there till like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And I drove myself and a childhood friend at home because I didn't know he was there too. And the pieces, the drift, they're on the shore right here. 2 ships that crashed here. Oh. Okay, I can pick stuff up. Okay, good. Like crates, pieces of metal, barrels, and there's a gas can. Yeah. You look at the one.
I had kidney stones, and you visited me in the hospital.
Yeah.
After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Interesting. And so I met a girl there. Like, for the second time yesterday. I mean, I've seen her before in town, but, she's great and all, and,
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Should we investigate? Interesting. Can I stand on it? Maybe. Okay. Yeah, so I've seen the girl numerous times whenever I'm having a night out with the friends. And she's always like drunk, so. Oh wait, give me a second. I'll be another phone call here real quick, so I'll be right back. So I am back. I apologize for that one. I had to make a phone call with, my mom called me and my dad in a family group chat, so let's continue with the world of Dear Esther. There's a possibility that me and my dad are gonna visit my mom down there in Tenerife during her last week there in the rehab workout thingy, rehabilitation program. And yeah, I haven't been to the to like Tenerife before, but I've been to Gran Canaria 11 years ago in April. We were there for 10 days, and one of those days is where my grandpa on my dad's side turned 70. Yes. So we celebrated his birthday, and it was nice, actually. It was all inclusive too, so that's a plus. I see a building, 2 buildings. Going to this one. Let's see what's inside. Oh, I thought it was a symbol, it was a tree texture.
Away from the sea and towards the center. It is a straight line to the summit. The evening begins to coil around the aerial and squeeze the signal into early silence. The bothy squats against the mount to avoid the gaze of the aerial. I too will creep under the island like an animal and approach it from the northern shore.
Interesting. These piano pieces are just beautiful. They're spectacularly well played. And I see a person, I think. Yeah, I think I see someone by the front door. I hope this is the last time playing a game with this aspect ratio, because I had to like stretch it out a bit so that it will fit with this 16:9 ratio on YouTube. But maybe.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jacobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not. Inventory. A trestle table from his malcontented goats and died 2 years. Folding chair.
Oops.
For bringing camping to carve white lines into. I was uncomfortable later and you laughed then.
So many voices.
This diary, the bed with the broken springs. Once asleep, you have to remember.
Oh shit.
Dream. A change of clothes. Donnelly's book, stolen from Edinburgh Library on the way here. I will burn them all on the last morning and make an aerial of my own.
I did not mean to fuck up the audio clips, but yeah, that was my bad. What the fuck? Wait, did you guys see that? Yeah, you see it on the screen. I think that's supposed to... Yeah, that too. What the fuck? What's that? I don't know. Some error, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, there's more writings. There's some strange symbolism, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. There's this long road here. A big walk.
In a footnote, the editor comments that at this point, Donnelly was going insane as syphilis tore through his system like a drunk driver. He's not to be trusted. Many of his claims are unsubstantiated, and although he does paint a colourful picture, much of what he says may have been derived directly from his fever. But I've been here, and I know, as Donnelly did, that this place is always half imagined. Even the rocks and caves will shimmer and blur beneath the bright eyes.
I do need to have fixed the music volume earlier, but whatever. Leave it as it is. What the fuck? I don't know. Ignore that. Man, this island is pretty big. it is one of the
They
big...
found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. His fingernails were raw and bitten to the quick. They found the phosphorescent moss that grows in the caves deep under the nails. Whatever he'd been doing under the island when his strength began to fail is lost. He'd struggled halfway up the cliff again, perhaps in a delirium, perhaps trying to reach the Bothy's fire before curling into a stone and expiring.
Speaking of stones, yeah. I was gonna say, earlier yesterday, yesterday noon, I had lunch with my dad. And it's not one of the first times that I had lunch with
Climbing down to the
my
caves,
father.
I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves.
Oh dear.
Tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the Bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Jesus. It was straight electronic. Flashlight, please. Flash. Flashy. No flashy? Okay. Okay. It was manual, by the way. Oof.
Come back.
Oh, there you go. Alright. Oh dear. We're in total darkness. Oh shit. Oh, there's more writings. Oh shit. Here we go. Shit. Ah. Ow. That was painful.
Did Jakobsen crawl this far? Can I identify the scratches his nails ruined into the rocks? Am I following him cell for cell, inch for inch?
What the fuck?
Why did he turn back on himself and not carry through to the ascent?
There's some markings there. Like when someone gets lost. Oh, look at this!
I first saw him sat by the side of the road. I was waiting for you to be cut out of the wreckage. The car looked like it had been dropped from a great height. The guts of the engine spilled over the tarmac, like water underground.
There's a giant squid here. And there's some sort of a power apparatus. Maybe, I don't know. It is deep here. Lore is a bit deep. If you played Dear Esther, then let me know what the whole lore thing is about. Because I am... Oh, I'm interested. Here we go! Splash. Hey, here we go.
When I first looked into the shaft, I swear I felt the stones in my stomach shift in recognition.
Yeah. Nice. Who are they that mark this place? Oh, it's red. Interesting. Wait, are we back here again? Oh, not good. I thought we were back here again, and I was going in circles. Don't do this to me, game. I don't like being scared like that. It's a bit claustrophobic, but not much.
The caves are my guts. This must be the place where the stones are first formed. The bacteria phosphoresce and rise. and fall and tide. Perhaps the whole island is actually underwater.
There's a boat. Look at this. Look at it go. Just want to see what's over here. Hope it's a dead end, because I want to look more up there. Alright, yeah, good, thank you. Just... yeah. Well, what the fuck? So I heard a big bass drop here somewhere. I think it might have been from downstairs, because my dad's watching a movie. I don't know what movie he's watching, but sounds awesome because of the bass drop. Drop to your pop with some bass. I'm getting these allergic reactions to the perfume that I'm using, like in general. So I kind of have to like stop using them. And oh god. Yeah, so kind of have to like stop using perfume for... oh gee, I didn't see that. Stop using it for some time. Didn't see the markings on the ground here. The woman's got a good voice though. Imagine dying from this mod. Well, that would just be embarrassing. Oh.
I will hold the hand you offer
Oh
to me.
god.
From the summit down to this well, into the dark waters where the small flowers creep for the sun. Headlights are reflected in your retinas, moonlit in the shadow of the crematorium chimney.
I'm guessing we're going up to that radio tower, yeah? I guess so. What the fuck? Behold, Damascus is taken. Taken away from being a city. Away from being a city.
What charnel house lies at the foot of this abyss?
And shall
How many
be
dead shepherds could fill this hole?
a rumptious heap. Ruinous heap. Interesting. Oh. Oh shit. Okay. Oh. The fuck? That car? It is a car. Huh. Oh, interesting. Guess I'm going this way then. Oh, there's another car. Holy shit, dude. There's another one. And then the headlight's still on. Which I think it breaks the realism a bit. I mean, just, you know. Because the electricity's down the water now. And it wouldn't work if that's the case. I guess. Oh. Something stopped me for a moment. And that one too. Oh shit. I think we're outside. Maybe. Hell yeah, we're outside. It's getting darker now. Darker and prettier. Hey, I see the moon. It's beautiful.
The moon over the Sanford Junction, headlights in your retinas. Donnelly drove a grey hatchback without a bottom. All the creatures of the tarmac rose to sing to him.
I see some markings
All
there.
manner of symbols crudely scrawled across the cliff face of my unrest. My life reduced to an electrical diagram. All my gulls have taken flight. They will no longer roost on these outcrops. The lure of the moon over the Sanford Junction is too strong.
Oh, okay. So it's useless, okay. I had to like stop so that I wouldn't oh, there's more markings there. So that I wouldn't make the same mistake that I did when I walked and he's talking, and then the other voice clip came forth and just made a collage of mess of words. So my bad. Still, this took some time to do. Oh, see a person. All of a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him. There's a woman. There's a woman up there again. I'm guessing this will be revealed soon.
Come back.
The fuck? I can't zoom in. I hear a voice. Hold on, I see some symbols here. Yeah, thank you. I was gonna ask if you could turn the lights off, please. I can tell you right now that the mod I'm gonna play after this one.
Begin to assemble our own version of the North.
Oh wait.
We will scrawl in dead languages and electrical diagrams and hide them away for future theologians to muse and mumble over. We will send a letter to Esther Donnelly and demand her answer. We will mix the paint with ashes and tarmac and the glow from our infections. We will paint a moon over the Sanford Junction and blue lights falling like stars along the hard shoulder.
I was gonna say, oh dude, look at that. It will all be revealed soon. I was gonna say the next video will be a mod that I'm revisiting, like with the new version, basically. And I think by some time before this video comes out, it's gonna be a teaser image of this and then the next video, so that everyone is aware of that. More symbols, maybe? Yep. Markings, I mean. I'm gonna go around here, I guess. Yep. Yep, we're going up here now. But it can't, by the cliffside.
There were chemical diagrams on the mug he gave me coffee in, sticky at the handle where his hands shook. He worked for a pharmaceutical company with an office based on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. He'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter, forming a strategic vision for the peddling of antacid yogurt to the European market. You could trace the connections with your finger, join the dots, and whole new compounds would be summoned into activity.
Interesting.
When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they resuscitated him by hitting him in the chest with stones gathered by the roadside. He was lifeless for 21 minutes, certainly long enough for the oxygen levels in his brain to have decreased and caused hallucinations and delusions of transcendence. I'm running out of painkillers, and the moon has become almost unbearably bright.
Oh, we're getting there. I see the cliffside there again. Gonna go up there like we did just now. Oh! More electric disturbance. Is it from the radio tower? Maybe.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulp vegetation.
Oh dear.
When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves... If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his surface, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
It happened again. I'm so sorry. It happened again. Oh, dude. The voices told me to do so. And I saw a texture error over there earlier. Or a map error. Or whatever. We're almost at the top of the small mountain. A big cliff. I had to jump a bit. Here we go. The last stretch.
The stones in my stomach will weigh me down and ensure my descent is true and straight. I will break through the fog of these godforsaken pills and achieve clarity. All my functions are clogged, all my veins are choked. If my leg doesn't rot off before I reach the summit, it will be a miracle. There are 21 connections in the circuit diagram of the anti-lock brakes. There are 21 species of gull inhabiting these islands. It is 21 miles between the Sanford Junction and the turn-off for home. All these things cannot, will not be a coincidence.
Like, I see pixels a bit. What is that? The fuck? Oh well. And when I could not be... Be what? Oh well. Come together. Oh, I can't say anything. I could claim if I do shit. If I sing a copyright song. Yeah?
I have dredged these waters for the bones of the hermit, for the traces of Donnelly, for any sign of Jakobsen's flock, for the empty bottle that would incriminate him. I have scoured this stretch of motorway 21 times, attempting to recreate his trajectory, the point when his heart stopped dead and all he saw was the moon over the Sanford Junction. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all, and it was not his fault. It was the converging lines that doomed him. This is not a recorded natural condition. The gulls do not fly so low over the motorway and cause him to swerve. The paint scored away from his car in lines like an infection, making directly for the heart.
Sounds like corruption. Yeah. Sorry. We're almost there. A few more steps. Damascus. What's with the Damascus thingy? Oh, I see a person. What? Oh. I think this is the last part of the mod. Going to the radio tower.
Dear Esther.
Yep.
I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jacobson flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Oh, the music's getting intense. It'll all be revealed.
Come back. Esther.
Love the camera work. Try and go through like the meaning of Esther. Of this. Found some, but yeah. Yep. That's it.
Come back.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna pause right here. Okay. Whew, this is this game is yeah. As I said, it's a walking simulator. It's mostly do walking and stuff, and yeah, I found some meaning, like some meaning to it, but I don't want to take time to read it all. But I'm gonna leave a link to some explanations or interpretations for, I was gonna say this game, but for this mod in general, for Dear Esther. Now, I will play the game at some point soon, like the Stanley Parable, a game that I'm really will make a video of. Don't know if I've done the video already, but yeah, I want to make a video of the Stanley Parable, because it's a great game for what I've seen. I mean, I've seen the gameplay from different YouTubers, but I might have played it myself off camera, but in other words, it's yeah, I want to go through the mod first, I think, and then the game, since similar products, but you know what I mean. But I can say in short that this game is about hope, I guess. Well, there's like a short version here that I found from a different website here that I googled. It says, "What is the meaning of Dear Esther?" And Google gave me an answer. It says, and I quote, "It's about making the decision to try and find meaning, to make light out of darkness, to tread the hard road of recovery, not knowing if redemption will meet us on the other side. But making the journey is in itself an act of hope. And so ultimately, Dear Esther is a life-affirming story, even as it ends in a death." Yeah, so I think that the ending part where we climb up the radar tower is signifying that we climbed up and then we jumped off, I guess, because we were like guilty of what happened to Esther or something like that. I don't know. But as I mentioned before earlier, I'm gonna leave the interpretation of this one in the description below. on a Steam community post that was posted during the pandemic. But yeah, that's it. It's gonna take some time to fix this and fix this video, because this is the second audio, because when one of my parents called and I had to like answer, and that's where the recording just stops altogether. And so this is the like the second part of the same recording essentially. But either way, it's fine, it's alright, don't worry about it. Yeah, so that's it for this video. So give it a like and subscribe if you're new here, and yeah, take care guys and girls, and yeah, peace.